Welcome along to episode 785 of the Milk Bar. Jason Forrest here with you as ever. And coming up on the show this week, we hear from Dangerous Sheep all about the event marking the first anniversary of the loss of the Crooked House. Gary Quinn will be along to share his music and have a bit of a natter. We'll be finding out about the co-pilot PCs from psychologist Hoiney Langcaster-James. Sara Davies will be along, the dragon from Dragon's Den. She's got an MBE, forgot that bit. She'll be telling us all about how women have the opportunity to become entrepreneurs through the work of Avon UK. We'll be finding out about the Ultimate Ladies Night from three of the team behind the show. And Tom Roberts will be joining us too to let us know about some of the acoustic music and other bits and pieces he's bringing to the hub at St Mary's. That's all on the way on the show this week.
Welcome to the Milk Bar. 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 Welcome to the Milk Bar.
There's plenty afoot at the hub at St Mary's over in Lichfield. The man behind much of it is Tom Roberts, who joins me now. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I hope we find you well.
Very well, very good. Yes, yes, yes. I'm full of the joys of spring, I was going to say, but we're far from spring, aren't we? But I'm joyous, yes.
And suitably summery, give or take the occasional shower, which seems to come through.
Indeed,
Now,
indeed.
what have you got going on? Because I know the
Right.
next event at the hub at St Mary's that you're in charge of has sold out already.
It has, yeah, I know. It's kind of a good problem to have, but we sold out recently. I think there might be a few, maybe a few straggly single seats around, so it might be worth trying. But yeah, so that's the 60s event we've got at the hub on July the 21st. So we've got quite a lot of singers on that one. Actually, we've got 6 singers on that one, all doing songs of that decade. Yeah, so it's pretty sold out, but there may be a few left. Do you want me to talk about that, or shall I go on
Well, you
to
tell us what
yeah,
to expect. Tell us
yeah.
what we're missing out on if you want to.
No, yes, look at what you could have won. So yeah, as you know, we do about one a month of these concerts at the hub. It's a beautiful venue. We do a theme each time. We did a James Bond night recently. We've done an 80s night. We've done musical theatre. So we thought we'd go back to the 1960s because such a great decade for music, really. What do they say? If you remember it, you weren't there. I don't remember it because I was born, but I was too young.
Only just.
I'm sticking to that. So
We'll go
you
with the
know,
age next to the headshot from 1984, shall we?
that's right. Yeah. We all do that. So you've got some wonderful, but obviously the bands like the Beatles and the Hollies and the Kinks and some great female singers, Dusty Springfield, Cilla Black. You've got the birth of Motown and Elvis still kicking around. It's such a great decade. So yeah, we've got 6 wonderful singers. We've actually got a guy called Danny Taylor who's joining us now. Danny played recently. He did a tour called "There's Something About George," where he played George Harrison,
Mhm.
which sold out, did really well. And I met Danny doing a play last year, and he's going to come along and do a Beatles tribute with me. So I don't know who's going to be John Lennon and Paul McCartney or George Harrison, but we'll fight about that. So that's included too. Yeah.
That's going to be good. But then, as you say, there are more events as it's kind
Mm.
of a monthly-ish thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know that the rest of the year, because we're already looking, I mean, Christmas is where we
I
can see
know.
from here. We're going to be all talking Panto fairly soon. But
I know.
we've got a few events in between time and some amazing stuff coming up as well.
Yeah, well, we've got another 3 after this. We've got end of September on the 29th. We've got a Soul and Motown night again at the Hub. Still confirming singers for that. We've got a great girl called Claire Andres who did the Bond night last time for us. So that's Soul and Motown, 29th September into October 27th. We've got film soundtracks, and then our Christmas cracker on the 15th of December. So yeah, 3 between now and the end of the year, and then obviously then into next year as well. So it's because we have to book up now for next year because the hub, like any venue, it's getting busier, which is good
Well,
post
most are 12
COVID.
to 18 months in advance, aren't they?
Yeah. So we're well ahead on that one.
But now, when you need to get ahead and get your tickets, how do people
Yes.
do that?
Go to online at the hub stmarys.co.uk. That's the hub stmarys.co.uk. or the ticket you can get tickets on there. We are ridiculously cheap, Jason. I have to say. I mean, we I need to have a word about putting the prices up because we're still on £14 a ticket, which is pretty good actually these days. We may raise to 15 or even 16 next year, but for 2.5 hours top class singing and a venue like that, we're keeping the prices down.
But it's the acoustics as well which really make that place,
Mm,
isn't it?
it is, and they've spent quite a bit of money on improving that as well. So it's great in there now, yeah. And obviously, as you get nearer the end of the year, you've got, I suppose, the only downside in a way of the Hob is that you can't black it out. You can't make it completely dark in there during the summer because of the stained glass windows. So obviously, from September onwards, it's getting dark around 7
Mhm.
anyway. So you increase the atmosphere there as well.
That's going
Yeah.
to be an absolute treat. What else have you got going on at the moment? Because we're normally talking about a play or a project at the moment. Is there anything you
Um,
can say?
yeah, it's quiet at the moment. I'm doing a lot of voiceover stuff from home. I've just invested in a home recording booth, so I've stuck my head in that for most days. Doing did one for Classic FM today, the usual stuff. Um, but Panto will happen. Yeah, I know I'm doing Panto, but I don't know where yet. I normally do it in Telford, but they're doing Goldilocks, and I'm pretty sure there isn't a part for a 6'2" bloke from Warsaw in that. So I might have to go elsewhere. But yeah, I will do one, but I don't know where yet.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that. It'll be interesting to see where you are.
Brilliant.
Telford, we
Yeah.
would have come to see you, see. That's what it
Oh,
is.
we'll go anyway. I'm sure it'll be
Well,
very
yeah, well, I
cool.
will no doubt be talking to the team. I can never keep track of what the theatre in Telford Theatre now, isn't it? I think because it was the place in Oaken Gates before, and it's still the same place.
Yeah, and now it's changed again because that's they're doing it at the International Centre in Telford
Oh,
because the
right.
Telford Theatre, yeah, is being refurbed for 2 years apparently. So it's moving again to a big arena this time. So yeah, that should be interesting.
Well, worth
But I
checking
won't
out.
be there, so I don't know. But I'm sure it will be great. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you'll be in the same company of Pantos, even though you're not in that Panto
I
company,
will.
which means you'll no
Yeah,
doubt be going along to see how it all looks on one of your days off, now,
I
won't you?
will. I will. We all keep in touch with each other. Yes, it's all very lovely.
So all the details again for the tickets for
Yeah.
the Hubbard St Mary's, please.
The hub stmarys.co.uk.
And what
Um,
branding do we look for? Because your photo doesn't appear on all of these, does it?
no, we're the acoustic lounge. It's the same branding. If you go on the website, you can see everything that's on. And we're the Sunday Acoustic Lounge. It's a black logo with a piano on it. You can't miss it, and my name's on it. So yeah, the Sunday Acoustic Lounge, about once a month.
Okay, go and give it a check out. Tom, always good to speak to you. Thank you for joining us.
You too, Jake.
I think break a leg is still something I have to say to you being a thespian. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, Jason. Bye now.
There's new music on the way from Gary Quinn. He joins me now to let me know what he's been up to. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Yes, it's good to be here. Thanks for having us on.
Well, good to talk to you. And the wonderful world of country music has got some amazing artists, you being one of them. And yeah, this is a bit of a treat, isn't it? With Watch Me, that's on the way on the 19th of July.
Yeah, got brand new music coming out on the 19th. It's been a while since I put something out, so really excited about this project. And this is the first single of many now that'll come out before the album comes out early next spring.
You've been working with some great names from Nashville, and this, although is all about you, isn't it? Really, I mean, this is your sound.
Yeah, I've kind of over the years been chasing a sound, maybe with streaming in the back of my mind. Maybe a bit more commerciality with some of the stuff I've put out in the past. What I find with this project, I've really went back to who I am, that more neo-traditional sound. Still has a bit of an edge to it, but it seems that it's landing at the right time as the likes of Randall King and Cody Johnson and Zach Top are all coming out with some similar stuff at the moment. So excited to see how the listeners take to it.
But it's about the actual lyrics as well. We need you to listen to the words in all of your music, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lyricist at heart, and I've had a lot of discussions with different people over the years. And what I found striking was that everybody listens to music differently. Some will listen totally for melody, some will listen totally for lyric. And I'm a mixture of both, but lyric is the thing that will entice me into really loving a song. So I've always been strong on lyric, and that's why I wanted to get out to Nashville as often as possible to learn from the guys and girls writing out there and to write with. And thankfully, they've allowed me in the room at different times with them to write. So a couple of decent writes with different people on this record. Brett James being one of them. Got a couple of songs with William Michael Morgan on there as well. Jeff Cohen. So it's it's really come at the right time. Like I say, I feel that it's more of who I am in this record coming forward, and hopefully people enjoy it.
But with the music as well, though, I mean, you are taking it out on the road and it's transferring to the stage wonderfully by the sound of things. The UK and Denmark already, another 5-date mini tour across the UK following the single release. So you're keeping things busy and actually quite real as well.
Yeah, I love performing. I love getting out there and singing for people, particularly my own stuff. So I have a new single coming out on the 19th. It's going to coincide with a couple of dates I'm doing with Cody Pennington around the UK. So and places I've never played before. So it's nice to get back into the groove of things, but playing in front of different audiences. There's a real appetite right now, I feel, for country music, and we've seen that a lot with a lot of the touring acts that are coming over more and more. But we're seeing younger audiences at different festivals, at different nights around the country. And it's really exciting time to be a country artist again. And that's what I'm most looking forward to, is getting out on the road and meeting new people, as well as the loyal fans that have stuck with us for so long.
Absolutely. And I think, you mentioned the way pop music and country, I think, have collided with Beyonce doing her thing recently as well. And that has certainly not hindered the pleasure in getting more people into listening to a genre which is often much maligned, but actually is the core of storytelling too.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion when Beyonce brought out her album. And for me, if nothing else, it just brought country to the table for the discussion. And that's where, like you said, it's a lot of new ears have come into the genre. I don't think that album was going to convince anybody in the UK to go out and buy an Alan Jackson album, for example. But it was definitely going to maybe have an impact on their algorithm when they're listening to music, so that artists from America that are current may start floating into their listening on their algorithm, and it could potentially open up some doors for UK acts as well that could be landing on playlists around the UK at the moment, and people maybe not realizing that they're country, but enjoying the music all the same. So it's definitely not hindered, like you've said.
Yeah, well, obviously a busy 2024, a massive 2025 ahead. You're planning for next year already.
Yep, got to always be kind of forward thinking with that. I actually head out to the States now at the end of the month, over to Nashville again, to do a bit of writing for the following project. But I'm also getting back out there to hopefully meet up with some artists to come and play Buckland Boots next year as well in May. So I'll be wearing 2 hats out there again this time around. But yeah, trying to see how these singles land throughout the year, and hopefully build into a tour to launch the album then early next spring.
But that's something to look forward to, not only for you, but also for your audiences too, because I know they're going to absolutely love and adore it. So give us all the details on where we can keep track of the releases and everything else that's going on.
Yeah, if you simply follow me on socials, my handle is @GaryQuinnMusic on all the usual platforms. And from there, you'll see a lot of the sharing that I'm doing, where they can click the link to go and pre-save on Spotify, on pre-add on iTunes, and download and order that in advance, because it all helps an independent artist like myself to get on those playlists or get in chart positions. So I'd be delighted if your listeners could go ahead and do that for me.
Go along, have a little look, get yourself ready and lined up for some amazing music, and listen to the back catalogue as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all streams help.
Yeah, well, of your songs that you released so far, what is your favourite in the back catalogue?
One of the ones that I enjoy playing out a lot is a song called On Your Way Out. It's one of the first albums I put out there, a single off there.
Go out, have a taste now, and then get ready for the new flavors, which are on the way with the work that comes later this month, throughout the year, and into that big 2025. When I think, Gary, you're going to be another name to contend with, and you never know, there might be a Beyonce collaboration at some point as well.
Who knows?
We like to see that. That'd be a bit of a giggle. GaryJPQuinn.co.uk is the website if you want to find out all the previous stuff. Keep an eye on his socials to see not only where he is, when he is, and what he's doing. But for now, Gary Quinn, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks very much, Jason.
You say I'm the type that can do no right for doing something wrong. As you pack up all your things into your Chevrolet, you had enough, you hit you on your way out. I wouldn't want to give you something else to moan about. I won't miss the way you scream and shout. So make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. I know in the past I played loose and fast, but what you see is what you get. And your idle threads won't bring me to my knees. But if you're intent to implement the parting of our ways, so you'll remember me, here's some advice for free that comes with no apologies. Make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. I wouldn't want to give you something else to moan about. I won't miss the way you scream and shout. So make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. Seems your day has finally come. Your offer to leave is a welcome one. Just so now you're clear that we're done. Make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. I wouldn't want to give you something else to moan about. I won't miss the way you scream and shout. So make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. So make sure the door don't hit you on your way out. Make sure the door don't hit you. Sure would be a shame if it hit you. Make sure the door don't hit you on your way out.
Now, entrepreneur and founders, crafters companion, and business investor Sara Davies, MBE, is with us now to let us know about some of the wonderful world of work to ensure that women are equal within our workspace. Avon UK have been doing that for decades, and as I say, Sara's here to tell us more. How you doing?
Oh, great, Jason. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, it's good to talk to you. Now, Avon have done some brilliant research showing that nearly a third of British women face barriers, and we need to get these barriers brought down, don't we, to ensure that there is that equality when it comes down to getting the paid job that you're looking for.
We do. I think honestly, with most women, it's mindset as well. So I worked with Avon and we went out and researched amongst women and found that a third of women still believe that running your own business or starting your own business is for men. And we need to change that. And I think also people think running your own business or whatever, it's got to be big business. They don't think of, starting your own Avon business as being your own business. But it's amazing how many women are having huge success, being in control of their own destiny, running their own businesses, whether it's just starting something as a bit of a side hustle, maybe it's while the kids are in school, you want to be able to work flexibly around, the childcare situation, or whether it's women that are building up and earning six-figure salaries running their own Avon businesses. We literally cater for everybody from both ends of the spectrum and everything in between. And I've been working with Avon to inspire those women to become the best versions of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, the good bit is you don't have to carry huge amounts of stock as well. And because of the way in which you regularly put orders through to fulfill your customer requirements, often you've even been paid up front by some of your customers before they even have the goods on order from Avon's warehouses. So it is a nice, easy way of doing it. All you got to do is keep track of the books and you're away.
This is it. So again, in the research that we did, over half of the women that we surveyed found that the biggest barrier to entry was not having access to finance. And the brilliant thing with starting off with an Avon business is you don't need any money to get started. You don't need to develop your own product range. You don't need to learn how to market your own products. You don't need to do, all of these advanced business things, because you're plugging into a big network that's already there. So you can start your own business with no capital up front. Like you said, you're building, it's called relationship selling. You're building your own business through selling yourself and selling your products through your own sales channels. And then from there, if you want to go on after you've just built your own round of Avon, for example, a lot of women go on to build their own businesses, developing other leaders within their teams and inspiring the next women to go on that journey as well. And that's what's made Avon the hugely successful business it is today. And more than anything, I love that it gives all these women the opportunity to be master of their own destiny and build hugely successful businesses.
And it's the resilience through the internet age, which has also been amazing. Obviously, these days, the agents will be able to enter their orders online. I remember when my late mom was doing it, she'd be filling in paper copies and sending them off in the post.
Oh.
And things are a bit different in 2024. But it is still something which it's peer-to-peer. And it's a product that everyone can believe in as well. I mean, it is the biggest, best-known brand when it comes to this sort of selling.
This is the thing. We are one of the biggest makeup and skincare brands and perfume brands in the world. We have amazing science-backed products, and all you're doing as an Avon rep is plugging into that. So, and yet a lot of people are using the digital world now to really enhance their selling. But at the end of the day, it is peer-to-peer selling. It's someone coming up to you in the playground saying, wow, your makeup looks great today. And well, actually, yes, I did it myself using these products. And it's that conversation which can spur onto something that can lead to a sale, which is how you build your business. And it's for a lot of women, it's just, for me, hand holding them and coaching them through how to use relationship selling as a way to build a fantastic business.
And have you actually been selling Avon to the rest of the dragons on Dragon's Den?
Well, do you know what? Tuka always says it only takes him 2 minutes to get ready on a morning. I said he needs a good skincare regime.
So there's lots of great ways of getting into this and working on your group of friends. And if no one else does Avon in your group, there's a gap in the market there and it's ready to be sort of harvested.
Exactly. And then the great thing is, I'm working with Avon now as their Chief Inspiration Officer, and I am mentoring, coaching, developing, supporting our reps on how to build their businesses every week. So if any of your listeners out there thinking about starting their own Avon business, I would say have a look over the website, get signed up, and you could be taking my courses. You could be coming and you could be mentored by me to build your business to that next level. You could start now and by Christmas, you could be having a hugely successful business and ready to pay for Christmas or ready to give in another career and make this a full-time career. There's never a better time to start than the present.
Yeah, and working on your own time is the other part as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's something for everyone.
Well, sounds good to me. Give us that web address once more where people can come along and sign up for Avon.
Yep, you just head on over to the Avon UK website and you'll see there where you can apply to become a rep today.
Sara Davies, MBE Chief Inspiration Officer at UK Avon. Thank you for joining us.
Lovely to speak to you, Jason.
The Ultimate Ladies Night return to the hangar in Wolverhampton on the 3rd of August. It's going to be an absolutely amazing night. They've been on tour up and down the country. I've managed to catch up with them at one of their Midlands gigs, and I have Turner, Ryder and Ant. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank
Not
you.
too bad,
All
thank
good
you.
to see you.
Good. It's good to pop along and actually see the preparations for one of your shows. And there's a lot goes into this, isn't there, Ant? It's a big show.
There is indeed. Nobody actually gets to see most of the work that goes actually behind the scenes. It's just, it's non-stop.
But it's as well as the excitement, the entertainment on stage. It's all about everyone having a great time in the audience too, and that's helped by the merch and all that sort of thing that you have on offer.
Of course, it's the whole package. It's the whole atmosphere. We're delivering obviously the UK's largest show of its kind, but it's not just about the actual show. It's about the whole package, everything out there at the same time. So spot on.
Talking of packages, Ryder, are looking forward to an entertaining one both for this show and all the others in the run.
Normal day for me. Just business. No, look, we've been doing it now, nearly 6 months?
Yep.
It's just getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, we're all in our element now. We know what's going on, so it is getting smoother and more enjoyable, and it's working better as a team. But I've done loads of ladies' nights, and it is unique, and it's complemented now with the different acts, the singers, the circus acts. It's all starting to come together, and it is a diverse show, which is enjoyable by many.
It's about variety, isn't it? I mean, it's for adults, but there is something for everyone. Women can bring their half, and they'll have a great time at the night too.
I think that was our main objective, was to try and just get away from the standard ladies' nights and offer a bit more of a variety show, really, where anyone's welcome, and it's take away the seedy side, really, because it has got a bit of a taboo behind it, so it's nice to bring that and be professional and deliver, and we've had some great responses and reviews off the back of it.
Absolutely, and I've been seeing what's going on social media, and you've been a hotbed of compliments, and it's all about who you're bringing to the stage, and one of those is Turner DePage. Hello.
Hello.
Looking resplendent.
Thank you.
I think Anthony's slightly jealous of the hair, to be fair.
I think he is.
Tell us a bit about you and your act.
Well, I'm just one of the floor queens, so I host, I come round, mingling, jingling, and whatever else. So I'm down there somewhere while the big ones are up here. But that's about it, really. Sort of fun and games into it.
Will you be joining in doing a bit of lip syncing in the audience for any music that's playing? You're probably going to want to be part of it.
I'll get them going, get them dancing. Make it all fun.
But again, that's part of what makes this night so special, isn't it? I mean, it's attention to detail, like having someone, so glamorous you'd expect them to be on stage for the whole evening, actually enjoying the time with the audience.
Yes, best of both worlds.
And you get to see the show?
Yes.
Your favourite bit of the show? Come on.
Rider.
Yeah, doing it every time.
Yeah, I'll give you a fiver later.
But it's absolutely fab. So you're touring them down the country, so people can come along and see you all over the place. The Hangar in Wolverhampton is such a massive, amazing venue. We want to see that full of people enjoying themselves. How do people get hold of tickets for that one?
There's a couple of ways. So you can get them from the venue. So tickets are available from the venue now. You can also get them via our website, which is www.theultimatelady'snightshow.com. You can also get them through Ticket Source as well.
So plenty of ways of getting hold of the tickets, and I mean, right, it's going to be another amazing night down there. Anything special in store that you've got planned for that one?
I think the first time we did that, it was such an epic night. Obviously, we all performed well. The great night was a great success. But I think because we know what to expect this time, we're going to be bringing a more fine-tuned show, and we're expecting the crowds of piling.
Yeah,
again, I'd say it would be our flagship.
Oh yeah,
show.
definitely. That's what we're
far.
returning.
Yeah. And it's why the demand is there to bring you back, and so it is part of knowing an audience too. This is you get a chance to actually work the audience that you've met before, and all the new people are coming along because they've heard of word of mouth.
Exactly that, and I think the other thing to do is not to be static with what we did before and just repeat the same process and just try and alternate routines, bring maybe new guys in, so it's not the same show. So people who have been before will see a different performance from all the lads, and again circus acts as well. So it will always be constantly changing, so it doesn't become stale, really. Yeah. And that's the key thing, is to keep bringing it back to these venues, but bring something new every time.
Well, if people want to see what sort of thing you two guys have got in stores, where do we find you on the socials?
Socials, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. That's about it, really. I'm not.
And what's your handle?
My handle's Turner DePage Official.
That's simple as. Right, how do we find you?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm trying to think what else. That's my main one.
That's where you are.
And that's at dhabbers82.
And give it a go. And the socials for the night itself, so people can start tagging even now as they get excited.
I'm really glad that you says that you wanted the socials for the actual show, not just my socials. But yeah, you can find us on Facebook.
Your socials, then.
You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. Just search The Ultimate Ladies Night. We're literally taking over Google at the moment.
Yeah, and you've got the crown that you're looking out for there on because it is the ultimate, and it requires a bit of bling, doesn't it?
Of course, it's the glitz, the glamour, just like Vegas.
Well, break a leg. Have a fantastic time with the show. Look forward to seeing you back in Wolverhampton on the 3rd of August.
Brilliant. Thank you so much,
Cheers.
Jason. Thanks for having us.
Now, we hear loads about AI, but can it enable the natural British creativity and entrepreneurialism? Celebrating this year, facilitating of the British ingenuity through the world of AI. I'm joined now by Hoiney Langcaster-James. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. Always good to talk to you. Good for a bit of a catch up. And AI is something we've never spoken about before.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because I've always been interested in AI. Many years ago, when I did my first degree, that was in cognitive science. And this was right at the kind of early days. I'm going to give away my age now, but this was the early days of the internet and things like that. And we studied a lot of the theory and the potential applications of AI, initially kind of modeling human processes like information processing, decision making. And of course, things have grown from there. And now AI can really support us with lots of activities. And some new research by Microsoft has found that actually almost half of Brits claim that they've got a £1 million idea, but they're held back for various reasons. And we can drill down into the research on that, but held back from bringing their ideas to fruition. And I really believe that that's where AI can be really successful and can really help you, because something like Microsoft's Copilot Plus PCs is AI-backed technology that can help you actually get your ideas out of you and into some sort of format that you can demonstrate, you can show to others, potential investors, people who might be interested in your idea. And it helps you not only have those creative ideas that Brits we're famous for, aren't we? We're famous for our innovation, but then it's actually demonstrating it to others, bringing it to fruition, articulating your vision. Those are the bits that I think often hold people back.
Yeah, because people may have had some experience with Copilot already, because if you click the right buttons, it will pop up at the side of your browser. And you can sometimes ask it to tell you about stuff that you're already searching for and expand on your search. And it's the stuff that you didn't realize you wanted to know that pops up in that panel. And that could be exactly the same when you are actually putting your ideas together. It can actually help you to understand the bits that you hadn't quite clicked into place yet.
Yeah, but it does other things as well. So it can be really creative in terms of, like, if you give it the right prompts and things like that, it can create images of things that are ideas in your head. And these are the things that I do myself. So, for example, if I'm creating a social media post and I really want to share some important tips or some sort of motivation, I'm not an artist, but using something like Copilot Plus PCs, you can actually go, okay, I want it to look like this and I want to present it like that. And so you can bring things to fruition that maybe plugs the gaps in your skill set. And I think that's where the real sort of value of it comes in. If you think about entrepreneurs and small businesses, the thing I hear time and time again is people say, look, I'm doing it all. I have to be my own sales department, marketing department, design department. And really what I want to do is focus on my idea and what I'm good at. And I think that's where AI-backed tools come in, because they can literally do things like be your PA. They can help you with your scheduling. They can help you design things. So if you wanted to design a logo or you wanted to design some example packaging to demonstrate the idea behind your product, for example, that's where this really comes into its own. And I think, there will be people out there listening saying, well, I've had this brilliant idea and I really want to take it forward, but I don't know where to start, or I can't get off the starting block with it. And I think that's when this technology can be really helpful.
Yeah, because we're probably using AI technology about half of it every day these days, sometimes without even realizing it. And when you've got it built into a Copilot Plus PC, it's there ready and waiting out the box. And there's no integration issues because it's actually part of the product.
That's right. And hopefully that's what we're going to, really appreciate, the seamlessness of it, the ease. And certainly it's the kind of thing where I think as you get used to using it, you find more and more capabilities and you think, gosh, I could do this, I could do that. Just on a personal level, I've been working on a project myself. I'm currently putting together a series of children's books that have a kind of psychological underpinning to them. And, because I'm not an artist, in that very early stage of the project, before I've got an illustrator and things like that, it's really enabled me to kind of give it some prompts and to describe my characters and come out with some visuals and images that I'm like, oh, now I can see the vision and I can see where I'm going with this. And I can also talk to others about the idea as well and demonstrate that concept. And I think for anyone out there who's got that £1 million idea within them, this is the time to kind of get it out.
Absolutely, and it sounds like a great way of getting yourself started. And if you're not used to AI, integrating it into what you're doing, and then making it the next step that does help you become that creative. And as you say, it doesn't take away from the fact that in your book's case, you were using a human illustrator at some point, but it allows you to be able to tell them how you want your characters to
Yes.
appear, for them to develop it into a full drawing and something which takes it past where AI would be and makes it human again.
Well, I think it's about articulating your vision. And when going back to the Microsoft research, for example, what they found was that although 44% of Brits are having a kind of new idea and wanting to pursue it every week, what they found was that people were held back by sort of three main things: lack of time, confidence, and not knowing where to start. And I think that's where AI-backed tools really come in, because they give you confidence, because they support you in articulating your vision. They get you off the starting block so that you can sort of immediately sort of visualize things or just get a head start on things. And of course, it saves you time as well, especially when it's kind of filling in that back office role, it's kind of administrative role, PA type role. We can't always afford that at the very early stages of an idea, and I think that's where it's really useful.
Sounds absolutely brilliant. Where can we go for more information on the survey and, of course, the Copilot Plus enabled PCs?
The best place to go is Microsoft.com. You can learn all about it, but prepare to have your mind blown, because it's quite amazing what the tool can do.
Absolutely. And we'll be heading along to Hoiney Langcaster-James.com to find out about the range of books and everything else you've got going on. Are you on the socials as well?
Oh, I am. So you can connect with me in all the usual places, Instagram and things like that. And yeah, it'd be great to hear from anybody who's got a great idea out there.
That sounds good to me. Well, psychologist Hoiney Langcaster-James, always good to speak to you. Thank you once again for joining us. I look forward to speaking to you again in the near future.
Oh, lovely to speak to you, Jason.
Now, on the first anniversary of the loss of the Crooked House, there's a special event to mark that fabulous building and all the memories it made. Sunday, the 4th of August is when it takes place. It's at 2 o'clock. It's at Himley Hall, and Dangerous Sheep are behind the organisation on it. How are you doing, Ralph? Is all going well in the world of the sheep?
Indeed it is. Anybody in the events industry will know it is absolutely vertical at the moment. So we're all fingers crossed for the good old British weather to join us this year, Jason. It's gone off a cliff, shall we say.
You never know what's going to happen. And it's, I mean, fortunately, the British public are fairly resilient, and we don't mind getting a little bit wet sometimes during events. But I know that you've got some great stuff going on with your 1940s weekender over at Sleep in Shrewsbury. That's going to keep you busy. But you're now looking towards this event that takes place 2 through 8 p.m. at Himley Hall Park on the 4th of August. And obviously behind the event is the sense of loss that the whole of the Midlands felt, and the UK, in fact, globally too, when we lost the Crooked House due to the incident last year. We can't talk too much about that detail, but what we can do is point about how everyone's getting together to mark the Crooked House.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for us. We're absolutely blessed to meet the team, and the team headed by Paul Turner. I've got to give a big shout out to those guys, because they started campaigns to save the Crooked House before it was actually demolished. But Paul Turner, Ian Sandel, Liz, Dave Shotton, John Hutchinson, many people in the team behind the back of this, quite immense actually. And we got around the table, and of course we're a local business team, Hall at Wombourne, so chatting with the guys, everybody that we know has got a story about the beautiful Crooked House. So we said, yeah, we'd love to help along, so we've thrown the stage in. And we're working together now with the team to deliver this super special event, one-off, 1 year on, and everybody will be saying the same thing, Jason. Everybody you speak to, goodness me, is that 1 year? Well, yeah, that's 1 year of your life gone. That's 1 year of the Crooked House demise. But yeah, we're in it to win it, should we say? We're looking at a long. It's probably going to be a long haul, but the event here at Himley Hall courtyard behind me. It's not in the park; it's actually in the courtyard. As you say, quite rightly, takes place, and the tickets will be released soon. So I can tell you a bit more about that shortly.
Yeah, because I mean, they're looking for a £5 deposit at the moment. That in itself can be exchanged for a food drink token on the day. And is it about bringing people together, obviously in memory to raise funds for the ongoing cause, but also to provide a bit of entertainment? Because that's what the Crooked House is all about, wasn't it? It's about getting people together for a great time in unusual surroundings.
Absolutely, everybody has taken people to the Crooked House, whether it's yourself, partners, girlfriends, whatever it be, business guests, and everybody, of course, used to do the classic rolling the coin up the bar. An amazing thing to see. And you're exactly right. That's what it was. And don't forget the forefathers before us, generations before us. This has been a fantastic Black Country pub for many, many years before my father, my granddad. There's many people that have got significant memories. So you're exactly right. Whilst it's an anniversary, it's actually to celebrate and remember our own memories of the Black Country icon. So we will be getting out in the crowd. We will be asking people for their memories, getting up on stage. There's a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're trying to really reignite the media awareness, which I think is already happening, and really the public's awareness to we can't let these kind of things happen in the UK. It's on our backyard. So come and join and stimulate that campaign. Let's get this event kicked off,
Yeah, and whilst bringing the pub back won't be the same, the fact that it has to be done again, it proves the point that you can't do this, and that's the thing. Whatever's gone on, obviously, we still can't comment on what's actually happened, but we know that this sort of
Yeah.
effectively cultural vandalism, losing these sort of places, is absolutely horrendous. So, what's lined up on the day, and how do people get tickets?
Right. Well, we've got 500 tickets only. There will be no entry on the door. It is within the courtyard area behind me here. So if you know the cafe is here to my side. We've got a fantastic, lovely area, lawned area. So people can come along. To first base, the first thing to mention, most critical, is you need to email savethecrookedhouse@gmail.com. So to even get on the ticket, register first base, don't email us because they're the gatekeepers, if you will. The team will happily look after you. They'll come back to you and let you know if you've been successful. And then there'll be a link provided, Jason. So you're exactly right. It'll be £5 a ticket, refundable on the gate for food and drink. So that's fine. And really what's going on in the day, we've got a bit of all sorts. We've obviously have some great speakers. We're hoping there will be some, of course, some dignitaries coming. And I think there might be a few local surprises from the Black Country, possibly, in terms of some names. But we've got all sorts for the kids, for the family, some live bands, musical artists. It's going to be really a fun packed day, starting from 3, gates open at 2, so there's no rush. Come and get yourself settled in. And we're on till 8 o'clock. So, it will be filmed and recorded for a live YouTube link for all the lovely followers. 38,000 of you on Facebook, I do believe, for the Crooked House. So we want to really try and reach everybody. Nobody should not be able to get here in one way or another, as mad as that may sound.
Yeah, so it is the 500 that'll be there in person who'll be making the party start, and say a celebration of the spirit of the Crooked House, and talk
Absolutely.
around what happens next, because it can't be the end of the story for that Black Country icon, as you say. Dangerous Sheep obviously doing a brilliant job at organising events all over the place. To have you on board, number one, they're very lucky. Number two, it's guaranteed that everything will be good. The only thing you can't control is the weather. And actually, to be fair, I'm reasonably certain you sometimes can control the weather. So we will see how that all pans out. So give us that email address again where people need to register.
That's it, yeah. First instance, please don't respond to us because we can't do anything at first instance. It's to email savethecrookedhouse@gmail.com. They will then just initiate that you want whatever, 2 adults, 2 kids tickets. You'll then very shortly, realistically, probably a few days now, we'll be launching a lot more information. So keep your eye on the Facebook group for Save the Crooked House. And they've also got a website. There'll be lots of stuff firing out on the commercial and social domain now. So, yeah, if they're registered interest first, then if they're one of the lucky ones, they will be joining us just back here on the grass for one heck of a fun party.
That's the way to do it. And so keeping the memory alive and hopefully bringing more for the future, which is what counts. The 4th of August, as we say, is when it all takes place, 2 through to 8 p.m, 2 o'clock doors for a 3 p.m. start. And it's at Himley Hall Park and it's in the courtyard. So you'll be able to get directions when you get there, but the postcode you'll be looking for is DY33DF, just so you know where you're heading to make sure it's viable for you to be able to get there and do your bit when it comes towards the Save the Crooked House campaign. Well, it's always good to hear what's going on with Dangerous Sheep. Ralph Taylor, thank you for joining us.
Super. Cheers, Jason. We'll see you all soon if you're going to get there. God bless you. Save the Crooked House.
That's a lot for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Back with episode 786 next week, and it includes the Jack Cattell band too. I'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.
Goodbye from the milk bar. 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 Yeah. Goodbye from the milk bar. Yeah.